Here with the homies and my dog,
Jay Jones.
Jay Jones.
Man, it's
Nate
been a
G.
minute.
Been a minute.
Nate G. And who else?
And it's me.
Again, he's back.
He's back. He's back again.
I don't know how. I don't know how he makes it back on the the podcast, but he get on here.
Dropping gems, man. Dropping gems. And y'all been actually making major plays, man. You guys been doing some major moves. Vending machines going out there, doing for self out here. So go ahead and let us know how that's been going, brothers.
Make more ways. You can make money in more ways than one. It don't have to be entertainment. Let's just tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, with the vending machines, yeah, we got us a vending machine, filled it up yesterday, put it in a business. I kind of want to go back and see how much money we made right now, but I'm trying to wait until Wednesday.
You think y'all made money already?
Yeah, we made money.
Yeah.
They were. I'm not putting no names out there yet, but
yeah,
they were very appreciative, and we appreciate them. It's where opportunity meets preparation. Yeah. We were prepared. Opportunity presented itself, and of course, God's blessing on top of all that. Like it looks like a pretty good opportunity, and not just for teaching, but for business opportunity. Relationships, build relationships. The people were real receptive. They were helpful. I mean, they made our job easy when we got there. So, yes, it looks like a very, very good opportunity.
We had a couple people in the break room waiting on us to finish. They was like, "Hey, I ain't going back to work till y'all finish. I need some of them chips. I need some of them snacks right now, right now." So it was cool. Got it started. Like DeMarcus said, had somebody present something to me. Through networking, just man, hey, what you do outside of work? Vending machines. Boom. He told me how to do them, where to get them. He even taught us how to fill them up, how to put change. He taught us basically everything. So once he taught us, we went out and did it. So we'll see.
Just to show you how nervous we were, we got the machine installed, snacks and everything in there, and we're trying to set the prices on the machine. And he's telling us to push these buttons. We push the button. Nothing happens. Me and Jared look at each other like, oh man,
you got a janky machine.
Literally, he just glanced over to the left and he's like, oh, we ain't push the arm button.
Was nervous, boy. Was nervous.
Yeah, because you get it there, the people excited to see it, you know what I'm saying? They, oh my God, everybody happy. And then you see, you get to that point and it's like, dang, we didn't walk in here with this broke machine and these people about to be mad. But yeah. It was all good. So yeah, it was process took about 2 weeks.
Nate, they took the door off the hinges, Nate. They did. They didn't even ask us to. They was like, we gonna go get some tools. They took the door off the hinges.
Hey, when you helping people out, people gonna help you out, right?
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. And y'all add value too. Y'all add value too.
They forklifted in there.
I tell people that too. It's a great story that everybody has probably seen once in their life. Everybody pretty much old enough. If you sit in the car with a flat tire or out of gas, nobody stopping to help you. Everybody just drive right by you. Get out and start pushing the car by yourself. I guarantee you somebody gonna stop to come help you.
Not for
guarantee
you. Yeah. That's a fact. But, I'm admiring the process though, bro. I'm admiring the process.
Yeah, for sure.
The thing is, it took about a month because we went to go look at some vending machines that didn't work out. Then a person was like, "Man, he overcharged y'all for the machines, but I have an extra machine y'all can get for me." So we went to the actual vending place to look at machines, and he was trying to tax us. And he's like, I ain't saying no names, but then one of my homies was like, "Oh, I got an extra machine for y'all. I can get it to y'all for this much." So he charged us the right price, got it from him. Like I said, DeMarcus went to Sam's, got all the products, filled it up, and took it out there. But it was about a month. Took about a month to get everything right.
Took about a month to bring in another stream of income, something that everybody can do. So that's the main reason why we like to share this type of stuff, because it don't take, I'm sure a genius to start doing this, just the want to, because y'all said y'all was gonna do this and y'all just did it. Like what it take, because I didn't even hear you talk about this, Dread, to like, I don't even, like, you just brought this up. Like you literally just said this, and now I got the machine up. So Shout out.
All you have to do really is rub shoulders with the right people. If you go to any business and look around and they don't have vending machines, you can be like, hey, who's your vendor? And even if they do have vending machines and the employee's not happy, you can be like, hey, who's y'all's vendor? Like, yeah, we figured that out too. So we be like, who's doing this? Are they checking it? Are they restocking it? And they're like, if they're like, nah, and we actually need a vendor. We talked to the HR lady, boom. She linked us up with the right people. But all you have to do really is look around, like I say, warehouses, gyms. I mean, not really gyms, probably more like the YMCAs and everything. But they basically say where people have to sit and wait, hospitals. That's the best place. Mechanic shop.
And wait and congregate.
Yeah, they're gonna look over to them snacks a couple times and they're gonna get up and get some. So that's the best place. It's either people working there, you want a lot of foot traffic, or you want places where people waiting where they just, bored and they're like, dang, I could use some Doritos right now. Boom, go get you some. You helping me. You helping me help you. We're helping each other. So
Partnership.
Yeah. Speaking of partnerships, prosperous people, right? Nate, holler at us about prosperous people and the progress we made.
Man, we're making big progress. Yeah. Website. Thank you for those kind words, because the website to me is a work in progress. But prosperouspeople.org is prosperouspeoplehtx.org is our address. So look us up. Instagram is up. It's Prosperous People HTX. Facebook page, same thing. We're just trying to start making some moves, getting on into the community. We're looking to hopefully do our first real event, going to be around Thanksgiving time. We wanted to do something for start of school, back to school, but we ran into a few snags there. So we're going to kind of shift that into hopefully a Thanksgiving and Christmas drive where we can really ingratiate ourselves with the community, continuing just to grow. We are looking for partnership, looking for programs that we need to offer to the community. Any kind of input is always good for us. So that's where we're at right now.
What's your central focus right now? What area are you in? I don't think people know that.
Our central focus is mental health in children. That's our main thing. So we have a team of mental health professionals. My wife, she's not on camera, of course, but she's over here doing homework, I think. So she's a school counselor right now, one of our mental health professionals, as well as our secretary who's on the call with us, Jarrell. So we're looking to offer some resources for one, and as we continue to grow, we're looking into being able to offer counseling services and things like that. So that'll be something in the future. Again, as the wife finishes up, she's getting her LPC right now. So we're gonna give that I don't want to put a wrong time frame on it, year or so until she's done. But other than that, general charitable deeds, that's our main thing, right? Helping the kids out, helping families that are in need, all of the things that a good charity is supposed to be doing. We're getting here for the community. So that's our focus, help our communities out.
And then real quick, bro, just like as because what you guys have done now with the creation of this, you've already opened up a business account. We was visiting about that a minute ago. And just on like a real quick 1, 2, 3, like how simple was that for you guys to open up a business account for those people that want to do something and they're helping, because a lot of people want to help and they want to bring some money in and stuff like that. And we talked about LLCs and nonprofits and stuff like that in the past, but how simple or how difficult was that to get that set up, that business account?
For our individual situation, I'm going to say it was a 5. It was just somewhere in the middle because Jarrell is in Fort Worth. We're here in Houston, so we had to get some things sent electronically, have him go and do it. So it was over a couple of day process. If we were all here in the same location, it was super easy, right? We all just going to the bank because we're an organization and we're a nonprofit. Our directors have to go and sign. So it takes all 3 of us to be able to do that. And so we just would have walked into the bank and signed and it would have been pretty easy, but situational.
Yeah, that's dope.
But we got it done though.
It definitely wasn't hard. It was just more, okay, we got to wait a day or so for this to get sent, make sure it comes back. But other than that, pretty easy.
That's dope. That's dope. And I just want to kind of point out the fact that Jarrell is the master collaborator because he got his hand in everybody's stuff. This man work with everybody. So that's why I be trying to take notes, bro. You try to take notes. But
word of the day is partnerships, man.
Partnerships, man. Your network is your net worth. And that's a fact. But we can get cracking, man. So Dan Jones, you can start with the first topic, big bro.
Why I gotta start with the first?
Because it's on there, bro. You got it, bro. You can start.
DeMarcus, what are you eating? DeMarcus, what are you eating?
What are you eating, DeMarcus?
I ain't nothing.
Oh, it's like you could like trying to scrape something. I don't know. All right, the first topic, like old time. Money is the root of all evil versus the love of money being the root of all evil.
So
DeMarcus, I feel like that's your topic. That's something you like. That's something you speak on a lot, man.
Am I evil? Did you say am I evil?
Nah,
what are you thinking in that head over there?
Yeah, you used to always tell me about this. You used to tell me about this when I was younger, so I heard this a lot.
To take it back to a traditional sense, a lot of people coming up and say that money is the root of all evil. Well, the fear of not having money, I think, populated that statement, which is, if you take it from a biblical sense, the second part, the love of money is the root of all evil. There's a distinction, even though it's probably two words that make a difference in the two sentences, but it makes a big difference in the two ideas. Money is the root of all evil. It doesn't have, to me, it doesn't have a basis, because you're saying that the object is basically controlling everything, where the love of money is derived on a couple of things: how much you desire it, things you do for it, the corruption that also comes within it. So there's a big difference. I don't believe that money is the root of all evil, of course, because money is a tool to get you to and for and to transfer whatever you need to transfer. But as far as the love of money being the root of all evil, I do agree with that. Like, if you strictly just love the idea of money and having money and not really having a direction for it, and I believe you're lost. If you're lost, loss brings upon confusion, and confusion is the devil's playground. Like, he can take you wherever he wants you to with that. So love of money is dangerous. It really is. I'll just start with that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay Jones.
No, I was agreeing. I said yeah. Like Dr. Dre used to do in the background. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when DeMarcus, you sent us a article.
Yes.
Was talking about relationships and how that kind of plays a role with money being evil, right? With or not necessarily evil, but just like the pitfalls of, being focused on money, and just how relationships a lot of times end up being swan dive because of money issues. And what I was thinking about with that is like security is usually tied to money, resources, and things that you can attain are usually tied to money. So I think it's like our focus, like you said, like with what you want money for and how you see money. Like our relationship with money is poor a lot of times when it becomes evil, because like, we have to, currency has to be be available to everybody. We got to be able to, make some money and do for yourself. But I mean, I think just, to me, it's because that we don't really learn about money coming up. It's like, taboo. We can't talk about it a lot of times. Well, my family, we didn't talk about money that much. Like, I know different families are different, but coming up, it was like we didn't really converse about money like that. I didn't have money conversations till I left the house and I was out into the world. And then I started learning about credit. I started learning about being in debt, taking out loans, things like that. And it makes you anxious. Like, it can make you anxious when you're not familiar with some of the terms that come with money. You start getting bills, and you see those bills are in the triple digits, quadruple digits, and you like, bro, like, I don't know what I'm about to do. Like, how am I gonna bring money in? Like, how do you make money on your own? Like, I think just the miseducation or the lack thereof is what kind of causes that evil connotation, right? Because you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to get it, and you don't know how to maintain it. So now you panicking, and especially as a man, when you seeing yourself, your value as how much money do I have? That's my value. Am I making 80,000, 90,000? That's my value, which it's not, it's really not, but your value brings in more, right? Like the more impact you make in people's lives, the more money you should be getting. And if you don't get that much, that means that you probably not bringing that much value. Like,
that's dangerous though, because that means that you equate some of your masculinity to money, right?
Not necessarily. I'm saying like, okay, if we're looking at two products that two different companies create, right? Mm-hmm. If they make the same product, but one to the population, to the public is more valuable, then it's probably going to end up bringing in more revenue for whatever.
You can say that on a business standpoint, though, but you can't really say that when it comes to personal level.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
We're products.
We're products, but at the same time, is your value actually something that you can quantify? I don't know that we can really say personal value is truly quantifiable, because it's so many different possibilities on it, right? Mm-hmm. Like your value to your family, my value to my family, like there's just countless parts of that. I don't think you can really say that to put your value should get you more money out of that, right?
Okay.
If it's in a business sense, absolutely. If you're producing for business, but
that's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about a business sense. Okay. I think as far as your value as a human, your worth is different. Like, who you are. Like, I think there's like, okay, you got the side of you as a person that you got your faith base, you got your family, you got your, understanding of who you are, your self-concept. That stuff is separate from business, right? Capitalism. Right. That's separate. But when it comes to, you in the working world where things are taxed and the understanding of, goods and services, like if you're not making the money you want to make, you're not bringing enough value to the public. In that sense, you can be marketed to the point where you make more money off of what you do. There's a way. People find ways to make money off everything, Nate. Everything. Like, so
I want to say you're right on that, but at the same time,
it's how labels get rappers on. That's how labels.
But Pete, what if you're not given a chance because you don't interview well? What if your education and your actual ability is like, wow, you could bring countless value or whatever. You could have been the best that ever did it, but you were a little iffy on the interview. Maybe they didn't love your personality for that company or something, and you never get that chance now.
What if you get overlooked just because of the color of your skin? Thanks. What if somebody gets the promotion because they know the GM or they know
exactly?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, reputation, the responsibilities of life, like that. That's why I say this. I get what you're saying. Like, it's that gray area. It's just like the sentence. You add a word, you take out a word. You really got to know your direction. You don't have any direction. Like I said, it places you in a spot to go either way.
The love of our money, or the love of money being the root of our evil, though, like going back to that, I feel what DeMarcus is saying about not having direction with it and kind of, I guess, being led into the negative side of things. Mm-hmm. But if we're going to say that money is a tool, which money is a tool, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Loving that you have access to a tool isn't really a bad thing if you're using it properly. So again, it's just, I don't really love that kind of a statement, honestly. Statements like this, it's so hard to really interpret the right way, I guess. Exactly. That can generally make it say, oh, it's a negative thing. It's not really a negative thing that you love money, right? Being rich, what's not to love, bro? If you're doing good things with it, you can be a very philanthropic, rich person and love the fact that you have this kind of money and do good in the world. Where's the evil in that, right? But we just want to, if we see it as it's going to make people do bad things, then sure. I don't think that's always the case, because that goes kind of against what Kerry is saying. if you, which it probably doesn't, because you can be a bad person and be good at your job. But let's just say we put a good person who's bringing a lot of value there. Now you love the fact that you have more money and you give to prosperous people because we're looking for donors right now. So
I mean, yeah, the conversation. Oh, go ahead, Kerry. You like, yeah,
go ahead, Jay Jones. Go ahead. No, the conversation. What are you about to say?
No. I'm saying like it's like they're saying one word can change everything in this conversation. So, like everything y'all saying, I mean, because the love of money can make you, if you love money too much, it can make you like turn on your family, turn on your brother, turn on anybody. Like the love of money can make you a businessman. I've seen some businessmen do some ruthless things, but like you saying, the love of money or you loving having money can also have like, hey, I can help the world with this money. So it's like however you want to. Yeah,
if we're saying, I guess we have to just look at it and say that the love of money is saying when you put that above anything else.
Hey,
it doesn't just mean that you actually love it. It means you're putting it above truly your family, relationships, everything else. Then absolutely, probably going to make you do some bad things, and doesn't even necessarily again mean that you would do bad things to people always. You may just hurt yourself in the long run because you lose out on some of those relationships. So.
All right, I like to just real quick, just a simple definition of money: an intense feeling or deep affection.
Of what?
Love.
Of money?
Of love.
Love.
Oh, I thought you said of money.
Like, of money. I was like, that's money right there, huh? Okay.
So, and it does bring a negative connotation to it, because if you have that intense feeling or deep affection for money, the love of money, if you have that, if it's so intense for money, then you'll put that above everything. It's like you love your kids, you'll put that, you love your mom, you'll put that above everything. You love God, you love whoever your spiritual head is, you put that above everything. So I think historically that has always been placed. Like if you put money at the top, then anything else can falter because I'm trying to get that money.
Okay, what if you put
can't
money
love
as
two
number
things?
8 on the list?
Yeah, about to say
exactly,
you can't love
like,
multiple things. You can't love multiple things. It's not like a pecking order of love. I can love money and love my kids and love
I'm just bouncing ideas. I'm just playing devil's advocate because I think that's where it comes from. Like that's how we were taught. You got to understand. Like a lot of us were taught that because of people who had the lack of money. And they seen people with money and they equated
bingo.
That
that's it.
Exactly.
That's bingo. That what you're saying is exactly it. If you're taught that, because okay, look, you were raised by somebody broke, and they told you people just love money as an excuse to make, like the article was saying, people can demonize things, right? Mm-hmm. So if we're letting somebody demonize the fact that a person enjoys their money, who would not love having $1 million? But like, if you don't love that, there's something wrong with you. So, because going back to saying it's a tool, what caveman didn't love having fire, bro?
But it's got to be.
What hunter didn't love getting his first bow and arrow?
But it's got to be love for the lifestyle that's provided from the money. Like if you're saying that, I think that's a love for the lifestyle that you now have.
Is what you choose. Your lifestyle could still be the. It's rich people who don't do nothing but sit at their house and don't have a flashy lifestyle, but they have a $500,000 house that they can go sit in or whatever, or just they never have to do anything else and live normally because that's what lifestyle is.
But it sounds like Kerry's saying like they don't love the money; they just love
what are the for?
The money brings.
Well, that's exactly. That's what it always is going to come down to. You love what the money brings.
Right.
I think to say that somebody just actually loves the physical accumulation of money.
Yeah, that's.
But I don't know, bro. I don't know. There's people that do. There's people that feel like the symbol.
Some greedy.
Those greenbacks having those is powerful, and that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Like to fall in love with that, just to fall in love with that. If you don't know what to do with the money, somebody gonna take it from you. Prime example is the black community, bro. Prime example, bro.
What did we turn this conversation?
Hey, I'm making it. I'm tying it together for us, bro. I'm tying it together for us.
I told you it was gonna take all day.
You did say that.
No,
man. Prime example.
I'm definitely not saying that y'all are wrong, though. I'm not saying that you're wrong in saying that money can make people evil or whatever.
Nate, let me kill it right now. 1 Timothy 6:10.
Yeah.
See, this is why we get in trouble, because we don't read everything. And I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna read the next verse.
Come on now.
For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. By craving it, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows.
Okay, pause.
Amen, preacher man.
So you're telling me that serial killers become serial killers because they love money? Jeffrey Dahmer and all of these other people.
No. It says
that's evil. That's pretty evil. And you said it was the root of all evils, right?
No. For the love of money
kinds of
is the root of all kinds of evil. This is saying this.
So where does that tie into that?
Well, listen to the next verse. By craving it, listen to the words. By craving it, some have wandered away from their faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows.
So basically, the people who love money but don't crave it.
It's like an idol god, bro. It becomes an idol god.
Yes, just with anything, too much of anything can be a form of gluttony. Yeah. Right. You agree on that, Nate?
Yeah.
So
yes, and no, in the form of money.
You love and put too much craving.
Yes and no in the form of money. Hello.
Okay, because
how do you not?
Go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
Again, it's about what the person is doing with it. Everybody gets on a certain billionaire in the world about what he should do with his money, right? Maybe he should, maybe he shouldn't. But guess what? If we can just say your goal as a person starting a family is to make sure that your family is provided for and set up for the future, he's accomplished that. If he don't do nothing else but leave that for his kids and their grandkids and because it's gonna be going for a long time.
That's his money though. He can do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You can do what you want to do with it. It doesn't always mean like you can love that. That's amassing it, and it's not a bad thing.
Well, take apart from your example. If that's all he does, is he a great father?
Well, no, but again, that's choices. If that's all that you do, if we're talking about the absolute worst of the worst, then sure, we can say that loving money is what made them evil. If we're talking about the worst of the worst, I just don't think that it's true as a whole absolute. There's got to be some kind of continuum on that to say that people can love money and still have sense enough to build relationships and care about their family.
I feel like I get what you're saying. You're saying there's a polarity to it.
I think
another side of it.
From,
there's another side of it.
I think you take it away from the fact of craving it too.
Okay,
if you got it and you steady craving it, that's just like an owner of a football team, the one that we tend to like very much, right? His biggest fear is being broke. His biggest fear, he's a billionaire. His biggest fear is being broke. And yet he steady craves the attainment of notoriety, of course, and more money. I'm not saying that he's evil, but that could be a defect too. Like that's you saying you put money above everything. Like
and I know that your certain fan base feels like your owner has put making money above giving y'all a successful team for the last 2.5 decades.
Chill. Now you slugging.
Real quick. I got a question for Nate. Nate, you own a business, right?
Right.
You have a board of directors, which Jay Jones is a part of. Now, as you guys grow, right? Y'all get to a point where you are interviewing people to come into the business and maybe become a part of the board, right? If you notice that one of the candidates are, kind of exhibiting that they really in it for the money. They try to make prosperous people's the most lucrative business, and they will do whatever it is to make sure that y'all got the money y'all need. And because let's say Jay Jones, because you're the treasurer, but let's say that he moves out of that position and wants to do something else within the company, but this person's coming in to be the treasurer, and you kind of see that, they have that, some people just have that money-driven type of mindset, and we can feel that energy. Do you still bring that person on and trust that they're going to be what's best for a nonprofit organization that's out to help out the youth? You know what I'm saying? Like how do you feel like that's what do you? I want to know what your thoughts on that is before we move on. Like, how do you see it differently in that way?
I think that's a really good question for sure, because it's kind of the first time I'm thinking about something like that. But my first answer to that would be cautiously yes, right? If you come in and I get the vibe of, oh, this dude is go snake his way to get the money, then absolutely not, right? But if I also see, okay, cool, you're still a good person, but you about getting that paper, there's nothing wrong with that for me. Even as a nonprofit organization, no, it's not about putting the money in our pockets. But if you're saying, I got to go out here and get us $1 million operating budget, why should I say no to that? Yes, that's exactly what I want. I have a goal to grow us nationwide, boom, whatever it is. The Red Cross, they get paid. Okay. I just looked this up the other day. The top
the top got a whole lot of corruption too.
Absolutely. Right. not saying either way. It's not that people aren't going to get paid. So it's not about how much money we're making or anything like that, right? That's not what I'm getting into this for. And so no, that wouldn't be our corporation's kind of environment. That's not going to be what we bring in. But I can't just say, okay, I see somebody who want to get the money. That makes them a bad person at the same time.
So if he tells you straight up in the job interview, though, that I want money, that's why I want this job, Mr. Golden. I want to be here because I'm trying to make money and I want to make you money. You gonna bring him in?
He said cautiously yes. What's the cautious part of?
Because you have to be aware. People can lie. That's always going to be my caution. People can lie. You never know. And so just going with what we're talking about, if you're overly driven for money, I think that is something that you should be aware of. That's why I've never completely disagreed with what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
If you're doing things that are putting the legitimacy of our business, right? Not even just the culture, but the legitimacy of what we're doing at risk because of your desire to make more money in it, then yeah, that's absolutely a problem. At the same time, just because you want to continue to grow, guess what? I wish I could go to any job interview and say, why do you want to work here? Bro, because I'm trying to pay my bills. I want money. That's why we have a job. So there's nothing wrong with that kind of honesty to me at the same time. All right. You have to be aware of the two.
What about the level of and I'm kind of going to hurt my own argument here because I really don't remember what book I read. I read stuff and I don't really look at authors. I really don't look at book names. Like if here's a good book, or if I feel like you got to put good premise.
Look at the cover art.
But and y'all might have read this too, but it said 95% of all decisions are based off money.
Probably so. Yeah.
And
in life, not just business, in life.
Yeah. And to go to what Carrie, I believe, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but to go to what Carrie is trying to say, where is that line? Where is that line to where it's trying to benefit you, yourself, your family, your loved ones, the greater good of just people, and greed? Because I think that's the line that it's talking about, the craving and the continuous craving or something. I think you're moving into greed. When you move into greed, like I said, that's all kinds of sorts of evil, because now you're being greedy for the love of money. And what will you do now? Like you said, if you hire somebody and he wants to make your business the most prosperous business ever, but he also has an ulterior motive, like you said, he could be a snake. Like, where's the line? I think that's because I can see what Nate is saying too. You got some people, like I've always said, money ain't everything. I've said that since high school. Money ain't everything. Do I want money? Yeah, but like Nate is saying, I want money kind of for peace and freedom, but I also want money to enrich everybody else's life. Why? I don't know. That's just me. But I don't really want it for me. Like, it's not a greed for me. I kind of want to better my situation and the people around me and touch them in the lives I can before I leave this earth. But where's that defining line?
I think this is like my take on it, bro. I feel like, so there's a lot of people in this world that are ball and chain to money. They ball and chain to a paycheck. And I think that's when it gets to the point where it's like that's the red flag. Like I don't care how successful you are, you're not exempt from that happening to you. Like, you know, whether you super successful or you broke, if the money got you ball and chain, like, and it literally is driving your entire life, you will be down a road that you don't want to be down. You lose that purpose, you'll lose your passion. I feel like you can lose everything. And yeah, you'll have a lifestyle that you love and all that stuff. But look at all these successful people that commit suicide, bro. Like they on top of the game and they take themselves out. They take them, and it's like it's so common. It's so common because they don't got. I'm not gonna say why they do it because I don't know, but obviously the money is like, you know, it's money. It's just money. It's just money.
The money, or is it the choices that you as a person were willing to make?
Absolutely, that's part of it. That's part of it too.
I think the money too, like just the money causes problems. It makes you have to be on guard now everywhere you go. Like you don't know who really for you, who really against you. I mean, more money, more problems.
That's
and
true,
ain't a song
but
for
that's
a reason.
not. I'm not gonna say that that's what every businessman that got a lot of paper in his pocket is with. At the same time,
No. I'm just saying, like, I think
ain't
money
out here thinking you're gonna get hit over the head, bro.
No, but just the money can cause more problems in your life. Like, I mean, it helps too, but it can cause more stress.
Absolutely, it can definitely open up the door for more people taking shots at you, being shady on you, everything like that. No doubt about that. But when it comes down to you being a bad person, to you committing suicide because of all of this, a lot of that is on the choices that you make, I would say. And let me be the first one to say, I'm not the mental health professional, so I'm still learning stuff about that every day, right? But in my opinion, the choices that we make have to have some kind of bearing in it, right? For us to say people did evil things for money, right? At a certain point, you all have to make a choice for money. Like we said, everything is based on choices. If you start doing evil things, then you probably already were an evil person anyways. But it could be something as simple as you go to church on Sundays, but you got a job now that you can't go to church on Sundays. And you have to make a choice. Am I gonna not get this check so I can continue to go to church, or am I gonna have to change and adapt so I can go over here and pay these bills? Right? It's choices that we have to make. It doesn't necessarily make you a bad person or anything like that. You had to make a choice. It can come a point now where you have made so much money by going because of the decision that you made to stop going to church on Sundays because of work, right? And that changed into $100,000 career, whatever, where you can make a decision now and say, nope, I'm not available on Sundays, and you get your choices back.
So I think, you know, I think this segues perfectly into the next topic, right? So we what we have on here is power is for those whose heart is bigger than their head. Now, I feel like maybe we all agree, or maybe we may disagree, or however we feel. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. And reason why I thought of this topic was because when we talk about power, right? Power is control, and control usually is tied to money as well. A lot of times where the money is where the power is. The people that or the entities that folks got to whisper about are the ones that's controlling everything, right? So when you're talking about power and your heart in your head, I feel like there's a lot of situations where there's people in leadership roles and they don't really have a moral code. We've talked about moral compasses before. They don't really exhibit the moral compass that, you know, shows that they really care about people, right? Because you see them do things that are money motivated. You see them do things that literally are focused on bringing more revenue to the company. And it's like, to me, the most influential people in this world that I've ever seen, they get in front of the public and they say things that, you know, show that they're not just about the money. Like, and I'm back to that because I mean, I just feel like people is what brings the money anyway. I mean, if the people don't agree on something, if the people don't say, man, this is dope, these shoes are dope, Kanye, then Kanye don't get that money off the Yeezys that he is. Like, he don't get that bread. If people don't agree on the artwork and say this artwork is worth $500,000, then it ain't gonna be worth that. It's not, because the money is just a byproduct of the attention, right?
Capitalism, though, man.
Say what?
That right there is the beauty of capitalism, because I don't feel that way about most of Yeezy shoes, right?
Yeah.
It's some people who like all of them. I
Yes.
think it's what the Boost 350s or whatever. It's something that looks pretty cool, but that is not going to be 100% thing on that, right? But what the topic says about power is for those whose heart is bigger than their head.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would agree with it more if it said equal to their head, because the first thing I thought was, are we giving people who don't have actual intelligence that kind of power just because you have a good heart? That's probably just me being cynical, because I think it is a good thing. You should definitely have heart to match going into that, right? But
I think a team is important though. I think a team is important because I think you can have a big heart and not have that much intelligence, but have a team around you that has intelligence though. You know what I'm saying?
but if you don't have that much intelligence, how do you know you have a good team around you?
And they'll take advantage of your heart. I'm sorry.
That's true. That's true. But anybody get taken advantage of, even somebody smart. Because if you smart and you love money, then all we gotta do is bring around your vices. That's all I gotta do. If I'm trying to take you down, if you bring the vices to a man that's in power, that's not, I don't care how smart he is, you could take him down. You could take him down. It's like this, bro. It's like this. This is how I see it. You have to have a core. That's what I was getting at. You have to have a core. If you don't got a core base, right? If you don't have fundamental principles as a woman or a man, you're going down. You're going down.
This is true.
You're going down. I don't care how much money you got. That's not gonna save you. It ain't gonna save you. And when you talking about with because of the original topic, powers for whose heart is bigger than their head. It's like your head is going to logically make sense of a lot of stuff that is going to be like, okay, this makes sense. We could do this. But if you forget about people and you don't have your heart involved, I just feel like it's a short-lived situation, man. It's gonna end ugly. It always does. Every time.
After saying that, I kind of agree with Nate. I want to go against Nate so bad, but I kind of agree with Nate because
man,
if your mind and your heart, like he said, he wish you would have said it was level, because your mind and heart is not level. There's things that your heart can factor in so well that, like you said, being logical is like that's just not logical, but it is the right thing to do. But then if you're not logical, it's like burning on both ends. Like it gotta be equal for you to move in a prosperous way. We keep saying prosperous, this all the stuff.
Prosperous people.
Sure.
So y'all think somebody with a good heart ain't gonna do anything bad? Like they gonna do it by the book all the time? Is what y'all? Because even somebody with a good heart might be like,
Jay Jones, what I'm getting from it is, what it sounds like is that if your heart is bigger than your head, guys, is what y'all saying, is if your heart is bigger than your head, then what that means is you may not make the logical decisions, or you may be taken advantage of because you're not intelligent enough to be able to sustain that type of power.
You gotta have that balance. You gotta have that balance.